The entire staff was utterly shocked to witness the company's new CEO locked in a passionate kiss with a woman in his office. The sight left every single person in the company gaping in stunned silence, completely dumbfounded. After all, just the day before, they'd all been gossiping about the incoming new CEO, and the woman herself had been complaining about how he was already drowning her in endless trivial demands, only for her to freeze in utter shock the second the elevator doors slid open, realizing the man standing there was none other than her own secretly married husband. His arrival instantly set all the female colleagues chattering. Just as they were fawning over the new CEO's striking good looks, one of them spotted the wedding band on his finger. While everyone around her burst into heated discussion about who his mystery wife could be, the woman deliberately covered up her matching wedding band with her sleeve, terrified that anyone would see through their secret marriage. But the very next second, after the company meeting wrapped up, the CEO specifically asked the woman to come to his office alone. The moment she stepped through the door, he could no longer contain the love he'd harbored for her for years. He pulled her straight into his arms, and after a breathless, passionate kiss, he handed her his own prepared lunch. The woman had just picked up her chopsticks to eat when a knock at the door made her jump out of her skin. She quickly dived under the desk, praying no one would find her there. It was revealed that the woman and the CEO were bound by an arranged business marriage. This had left the woman convinced the CEO didn't love her at all. After all, it had been her younger sister who was originally set up on a blind date with him only for the CEO to suddenly announce that he wanted to marry her instead. The entire family was left completely baffled, but to secure the CEO's investment, they finally agreed to let the woman marry him. During their engagement, the CEO had laid out a long list of requirements for her, all of which the woman had agreed to on the sole condition that the CEO keep their marriage a complete secret from the world. Little did she know, the CEO had only agreed to her demand on the surface. In private, he'd been plotting how to let everyone know the truth, for he'd been secretly in love with the woman ever since their college days. His quiet, reserved personality back then had meant he'd never left a lasting impression on her. Now that he'd finally summoned the courage to marry the woman he'd loved for years, he had no desire to hide the fact that he was married to the love of his life. And so, when he saw the woman dive under the desk to hide from his assistant, the CEO immediately dismissed the assistant. He then gently helped the woman up from under the desk. Just as she was fumbling to explain her actions, the CEO took her hand, led her to the floor-to-ceiling window, and kissed her deeply. This was no impulsive act, the CEO had done it deliberately, to let every single one of their colleagues watching from the building across see their marriage. He even used a business trip as an excuse to take the woman on a secret honeymoon. But at the hotel, a waitress accidentally spilled a whole glass of water all over the woman. Just as the staff were about to take her to get a change of clothes, the CEO cut in firmly, telling them the woman could wash up and change in his private suite. His domineering tone left the woman with no room to refuse. She had no choice but to follow his instructions, and took a shower in the CEO's en-suite bathroom. The second she stepped nervously out of the bathroom, the CEO, who'd been waiting for her the entire time, swept her straight up into his arms, and kissed her with the most searing, blazing passion.